Bam! Here you go. Here is Mighty Morphing Metallic White Ranger. We have the picture of the White Ranger. We can see it's Tommy. I really like the gold on this one. I feel like the gold is pretty cool. I really do think it stands out. We've got the Zeo Crystal. We've got everything in there. Saba, the head, the hands. And it says like that at the bottom. Okay, on the side, it is Tommy with glitter. It's got glitter on the box, just like the others. Boom, look at that. He looks really cool compared to like some of the others, but this one definitely kind of stands out. And then there we go, we've got the rest of Tommy there. We've got his head, and then we've got the bottom of the box. And yeah, let's open up this bad boy and have a look inside. So this is everything that you get in the box. Now, I love this gold. I think this gold is the best that you can have with it. If they make any other ones going forward, this is the gold that they need to use because it really does stand out. So you get his face, you get the Zeo Crystal, Saba, 2 hands, and a lightning effect for the Saba. But I really don't like the lightning parts, so yay! And thus here is Tommy. And I've got to admit, when looking at this, I really do like the gold color. It really does stand out and makes so much more kind of like, it's in your face type of color. Now, I would have preferred a hard shield rather than a material-based one, which is this one, only because the back of the shield to me was a little bit bent, which again, literally just bent it the other way, and it worked perfectly. The glitter inside the figure, I think, is absolutely fantastic. I think the color balance works really, really well with this figure, and you can see the gold anywhere around. And even with the light coming in from this way or this way, it looks really nice. So if you have really nice light setup or lighting setup, it would look really cool. Now, I can only see one flaw at the moment, and that's just a small dent at the top, which doesn't really bother me, but the rest of the figure looks really, really cool. Moving down to this part, you can see that the gold band and the black work really nice, and then you've got his belt just there, so it's also his holster. Now, I wish his holster was pretty much the same color as the gold. It would have worked really nicely, but maybe the off-tone color works for this one. I don't know. You let me know down below in the comments what you think there. The boots are fine. I think that they all work really well with this particular figure. It does look a bit weird after a while because it just reminds me of a slug for some strange, bizarre reason. I don't know why, but it kind of works well. It looks nice, and obviously it's metallic armor, so it works well like the other ones. The back is very basic. It's not a lot there, but that's what it looks like. The very back, again, you can see that where the holster is. You can see some of the glitter, and for some strange reason, his arse looks really kind of like there's more metallicness in his arse than anything that I've seen. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. The back of the shield, the one thing that I mentioned before is that it's very kind of, it's a plastic, it's not hard plastic. I really wish it was, because this part of the shield kind of goes bent in, but then again, I don't know if that's just because it's been in the box for such a long time. I do think that a hard shield would have worked perfectly, but what I do like is the whole line that goes right down the back. It feels like you could just literally take it off normally and then reattach it, which again, I think is a good thing. But yeah, that's roughly it. The back of the helmet is very kind of blob. It feels like glue. Yeah, there's not really much I can say about it. Coming to the articulation, his foot is really kind of stiff. This one is a little bit easier. I thought it was going to be the same, but it's not. The leg does bend back quite easy. I did have a go with this originally when he arrived, so I could see that he was okay. And then legs move around. Very kind of like, not fluid, but kind of stuck. Clicks there, clicks back. It's quite loose now once you've done it, which I'm not a big fan of, but there's not really much I can do. Arms go up. Hand moves about. And then head turns around if you want to know that one. So yeah, he's okay for what he is. I think this could have been lowered down a bit more so you could see his neck. But yeah, let's move on to the accessories. The accessories are quite normal, as we've seen. Saba looks a bit more painted than normal, and he looks pretty cool. Even, like, I don't know if you can see it, but his eyes are actually painted, which I've got to give him kudos for that. Like, I wouldn't have bothered for that, but kudos that they put it there. The gold works around, and the blade, like, they have made it metallic as well. I don't really remember Saba being metallic when Tommy was in this mode, but I've got to give him credit for doing that. The next, you've got his hands, which are very basic. Same material. You have the lightning effect, which, if I'm correct, goes right on there. Again, I'm not really a big fan of it. Then you have his head, which we're going to see on the body in a little bit. And then the Zeo crystal. Now, I would have had him come with multiple ones, because even though you've got them all combined, you can see that, I don't know if it's going to do well on the camera, but you can see that it's joined up with multiple ones. I would have had this, and then I would have him with another one, because then at least you could have all the Zeo crystals separate. This is all combined as one, but I generally kind of really like it. I just wish that he had his own one separately, which would have worked perfectly. Now let's take his helmet off. I always get very kind of nervous on this one because I don't want the head to break. It doesn't look too bad, to be fair. It looks a lot better. I still don't think it looks like JDF whatsoever. I feel like it doesn't look like, to me, like anyone. It's just a generic, like, kind of head. I feel like you could have had more hair on this side, which makes things easier rather than just the way it is. I would much have preferred that one. But yeah, that's what it looks like with his helmet on, or his helmet off and his head on instead. There we go. There is the metallic White Ranger. Now I've noticed one thing, which is now going to make me very kind of, I noticed that on his cheek, on his helmet, there are bits of paint missing, which I feel needs to be kind of addressed. I don't know if that's me pulling his helmet off or anything like that. If that's the case, then I feel like that Hasbro needs to sort that out. But I'm just going to kind of leave it for what it is for now. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to do anything. But yeah, I just want to kind of bring it up. I like the figure. I really do. I think it's the nicest looking one out of the metallic range. I do like the gold. It does come up a lot more. I'm just now kind of worried about his cheeks and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a nice figure for what it is. I feel like it came with the right amount of accessories. I do think it needed to come with another part of the Zeo crystal so that they all could hold the crystals if need be. But yeah, it's not a bad figure for what it is. Would I get it? Maybe not if I wasn't collecting them all, or, you know, probably would have left this one as it is. But yeah, for what we've got right now, it's not too bad. It could be a tiny bit better in the future, but for what it is, it could be a tiny bit better. But yeah, I am going to leave it there. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below. Have you collected this range or not? Let me know down below in those comments, and I'll catch you in the next video.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。